Alright, finally time for the Let's Play you guys have all been waiting for. After dealing Metal Gear Solid 2 a year and a half ago, it's finally time to jump into the cream de la crop. Metal Gear Solid 3, Snake Eater. I've heard nothing but good things about this game, and everybody's told me I need to look forward to this one because, well, if I enjoyed Metal Gear Solid games at all, this is the big one. The one that will be the best, probably. So anyway, welcome everybody, or hopefully welcome back if you saw the previous two games, which hopefully you did. This is your host, the MJ406. And that's right, after a long time of waiting, it's finally time to get through this series again, through what is probably the peak. Metal Gear Solid 3 Snake Eater. I've heard a lot of good things about this game. And, well, it is still blind for me, pretty much. Not that I've seen it. I just know a few details, just, you know, bits and pieces, word of mouth, stuff like that. And some little minor spoilers, like I know who the antagonist is, because of Smash Bros. Ultimate having one of the spirits show whoever the boss is, being some woman. I'm guessing that's a superior to your character Big Boss, or you know, future Big Boss in this game, because you're not Solid Snake anymore, because it's a prequel. But yeah, I know the boss is a, I believe she's the antagonist. It's kind of like how the original Metal Gear was. You go to this operation, then realizing you've been betrayed by your superior. So that's... I don't know a lot of how. I just know that she is probably the antagonist. If I'm wrong, that would be hilarious. We should probably try to jump into this game then. Oh, I'm sorry. Did I sit there for like a second too long? Oh god, the color changed! Let's just get into it already. I also am aware there's, like, survival elements as well as, Oh, yeah, it's right! Oh, I knew they had access to the first Metal Gear game. I didn't know they gave you access to the second one as well. Wow! Weird. I only thought you had access to the first Metal Gear game in here. I didn't realize you had both. That's a nice little extra. Huh. Cool. I guess that's something I can do in the future if I wanted. I don't plan on going through both those for this Let's Play, though. Oh, God, no. I already have another Metal Gear Solid game. And, well, I was told Metal Gear Solid 2 was going to be fun. And then, little did I know, it was going to be worse than I imagined. And somebody told me that it would be that bad. It's not like 4. And it was still rough with the cutscenes and stuff. And some people love how many cutscenes are in these games. But you know what? I'm not somebody who wants to sit around for a half hour and watch these cutscenes. I swear, if this game starts doing that, I'm going to be somewhat pissed off. Well, I've heard it doesn't. So I'm going to temper my expectations. What the heck's this for? Is this one of those things of like... Oh, 2! Let's do what most people do. Probably do 1. Somebody else also told me I should probably do hard to get the most out of this game. I feel like I'm going to regret this decision. But, you know what? Screw it! I'm going to do it anyway! Give the people what they want! Sure, let the torture commence!
After the end of World War II, the world was split into two, East and West. This marked the beginning of the era called the Cold War.
Wow, really? Just Russia versus the Americans? You already disconnected me from Xbox Live before we started this! Why do you disconnect me again? Oh, my freaking 360. Why aren't I using my friggin' series right now? Whatever. Yeah, by the way, I did get a Series X finally. So, yeah. Then again, I'll explain the frickin' Saturday Let's Play. Anyway. Yep. Oh yeah, I might also be aware, well, because of that opening now, I think I heard the Russia's involved, Soviet Union stuff. Then again, since the game's based in 1964, that does sound like Cold War timing.
Flying over Pakistan, altitude 30,000 feet. Approaching Soviet airspace.
Hey, yeah, case in point. I guess we're doing a spy mission against Soviets.
Commencing internal depressurization. Equipment check. Arm main parachute. All right. You ready to go? Drop zone still showing
That
high
Campbell?
pressure mass. Cav okay.
Good. We've got high visibility.
At least they let you know what a lot of these, like, military acronyms mean. If that is indeed what they are. Snakes back in their old smoking habits.
Connecting oxygen hose to interior connector.
Whatever, just give me a second. Don't you dare tell me to put on a mask. It's been over a year since I put that shit on. You leave me alone. Vaccinated, okay? Get away.
Does this panty waste know what he's doing?
Hey, don't you question me. I'm much better than you. I can kill you right now.
10 minutes to drop off.
Hey, are you deaf?
No.
Put out the cigar and put on your mask.
Man, you guys are such killjoys. Fine. Trying to live with some class before I go possibly get myself killed like 30 times. Jeez. Alright, happy? I put my mask on. There, now shut up about it.
Pressurization complete.
Checking oxygen supply.
6 minutes to drop off. Opening rear hatch.
Well, time. Ah! God, the glare! Oh, why? Worst timing.
Sunrise.
That was not. Ugh. Great, now I have no idea where I'm gonna be. Although we are in the right hemisphere from the looks of it. Since we're running away with the sunrise, the rise in the east.
Stand up.
Alright, jeez. Either we're going much faster than you guys think we are, or time's passing by much more slowly.
Frostbite from the wind chill.
Yeah.
1 minute to drop off. Move to the rear.
Activate bailout model.
Yeah, how these minutes pass by seconds?
The world's first halo jump.
Really?
10 seconds
There,
to drop off.
now you guys will
Stand
burn
by.
up.
Status okay. All green.
I swear, if I land far away where I need to be, you're dead.
Countdown. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Spread your wings
And fly. God be with you.
And with you, God doesn't exist. Wait, what? Why, bitches? It's time to live it up. Okay, it seems a little excessive, but fun all the same. I mean, I know not to expect the cutscene craziness that Hideo Kojima, that the previous game had, but, well, I guess probably similar to one.
News. The head of the CIA has finally given us the green light for the virtuous mission.
Virtual mission.
Virtual?
No, the
Or virtuous?
mission. The future of our Fox unit depends on it. If it succeeds, we'll be officially organized into a unit.
Oh!
Virtuous mission. Sounds like some kind of initiation ritual.
You know, don't get cocky. This isn't a training op.
Right. So what exactly is this wonderful mission?
To die.
Well, about 2 years ago, a certain Soviet scientist requested asylum in the West through one of our moles. His name is Nikolai Stepanovich Sokolov. He's head of the OKB-754 Design Bureau, one of the Soviets' top-secret weapon research facilities, and the East's foremost expert on weapons development.
Sokolov. Isn't he that famous rocket scientist?
The very same. On April the 12th, 1961, the Soviets achieved the first manned spaceflight in history.
Damn it!
The
I
Earth
forgot
was
they beat
flat,
us.
But there was no God.
See?
Spoken.
Yes,
The rocket
God
that
does not
carried
exist.
Yuri
You're right.
Gagarin to orbit was the A-1, known as the Vostok rocket. Sokolov is said to be the man most responsible for the multi-engine cluster used in that rocket. After Gagarin's flight, Sokolov left rocket development to become the head of the newly established Design Bureau.
From a lowly technician to head of a design bureau, that's quite a success story. So why do you want to defect?
It seems he'd become afraid of his own creations.
Actually, that's a pretty valid concern.
Call it a crisis of conscience.
I made something way too
Left his
dangerous.
country and his family behind and went over the fence.
I don't want to be blamed for what goes
One
wrong.
of his conditions was that his family was also to be taken safely to the west.
Oh.
He used a mole to get the family out first, and succeeded in sneaking Sokolov over the Berlin Wall shortly afterwards. I was the one who conducted the operation.
Thanks for telling me.
Security on the eastern side was still full of holes back then. Then what?
We got Sokolov over in one piece, but the whole ordeal had left him exhausted, and we checked him into a hospital in West Berlin. It took him 2 weeks and more than 600 miles to get from the research facility in the Soviet Union to Berlin. He was in no condition to say anything coherent.
Damn.
And it was only a week later that we had something much bigger on our hands.
The Cuban Missile Crisis.
October 16, 1962, President Kennedy received word that the Soviets were in the process of deploying intermediate-range ballistic missiles in Cuba. The President demanded that the Soviets dismantle and remove the missiles. At the same time, he announced a naval blockade to prevent further missile shipments from reaching Cuba. But the Soviets didn't back down, instead placing their armed forces on secondary alert. Soviet transport ships carrying missiles continued on course towards Cuba. US and Soviet forces went on alert for an all-out nuclear war. Frantic negotiations were conducted through the UN's Emergency Security Council and unofficial channels to end the hair-trigger standoff.
Yeah, thank God for that.
Finally, on October the 28th,
we could have all been dead.
the Soviet Union agreed to remove its missiles from Cuba. And so the world avoided a nuclear holocaust.
Oof.
But in order to get the Soviets to pull their missiles out, we had to make a deal.
You mean the one where the US agreed to remove its IRBMs from Turkey?
No. The Jupiter IRBMs deployed in Turkey were obsolete, and we were going to get rid of them anyway. They had no strategic value whatsoever to either the US or the Russians. The Turkey deal was a ruse, a cover story that was fed to the other intelligence agencies around the world.
So what did the Russians really want?
Sokolov.
Oh,
They wanted us to
of
return
course.
Sokolov.
You mean the Soviets pulled out of Cuba just to get their hands on Sokolov?
That's right.
And we let them have him,
What
didn't
the
we?
hell was he working on?
At the time, we had no idea. We
Oh.
were running out of time. It was either give up Sokolov or risk full-scale nuclear war. In the end, we had no choice.
Of
President
course.
Kennedy gave in to Khrushchev's demand. The next day, I got Sokolov out of the hospital, handing him over to agents on the eastern side. Sokolov kept on screaming, "Save me," until he disappeared from my sight. Then a month ago,
Frickin' Russia,
we
man.
received some new information from one of our moles.
About Sokolov?
He got killed, didn't he?
Yes. He was taken back to the research facility and forced to continue working on the weapon in question under KGB supervision.
Or forced to work for the
What's
Russian
more,
government.
It's on the verge of completion.
So what kind of weapon is it? Something to do with space rockets?
No. Missiles.
Ah.
Same technology.
I guess you're right. We don't know the details, but it appears to be a new kind of nuclear device. For half a year now, the Soviets have been conducting frequent nuclear tests at Semipalatinsk.
Something to do with the weapon, I assume.
We're talking about a secret weapon so big that Khrushchev was ready to pull out of Cuba to get it back.
Is Sokolov still in the facility?
No. According to our intelligence, he's in Selino-Yarsk, a place in the mountains about 3 miles to the west that's known as the Virgin Cliffs.
The Virgin Cliffs. Nice name for a virtuous mission.
They moved him there just recently.
Why?
Apparently, they're conducting a field test of the weapon, but it's our best chance to get him back. This mission would never have been possible if he was still in the research facility. This is our last chance. Sokolov must have known that too when he contacted us.
Save him before Russia does something rash. Or they kill him. Whichever one comes first. So I guess our mission is to try to save him. I guess I'll cover what the Soviets are up to. Sure thing! Finally! Well, instead of letting you look at the briefing on your own, they just give everything. They basically force you to read it and everything before you start. Well, I guess it's better that you at least have the opportunity to learn about it before just being thrown to the action and learning as you go.
Listen up, Jack. Your mission is to infiltrate Selino-Yarsk in the Soviet mountains, ensure the safety of Sokolov, and bring him back to the west.
Neat. I figured that was it, but still.
If we don't get Sokolov back before that weapon is complete, we'll be facing a major crisis. The clock is ticking.
In that case, let the games begin.
Once we've confirmed the rescue of Sokolov, stand by at the recovery point. A recovery balloon will be dropped at that point. Helium will be pumped into the balloon to inflate it. The process takes about 20 minutes.
Okay.
Once it's complete, the gunship's arm will latch onto the balloon and pull it up.
The Fulton surface-to-air recovery system. I'm familiar with the theory.
Take it easy. The It's been combat proven.
I hope for my
Do you
sake
think
you're right.
Sokolov is up to it?
The shock will be less than during a parachute jump, and the arm can handle up to 500 pounds.
So you're planning on going over the border in a single combat talent?
She's equipped with two 6-barrel 20mm Vulcan cannons, as well as two 40mm machine guns.
Sounds like she could hold her own against a battalion of tanks.
Damn.
Even with the fuel in the reserve tank, we're facing a 4-hour time limit. If all goes well, it shouldn't take more than a few hours.
Yeah, tell that
In
to
time
my...
for dinner.
But if anything goes wrong,
You'll be eating dinner, breakfast.
and all the rest of your meals in the jungle.
Ah, that's what I'm gonna be doing then. Great! I guess I have to try to make sure I go quickly then, so I don't get myself killed. Well, good luck to me then. Oh boy. I really wonder how this is gonna go. Because I do not have a lot of confidence in myself right now, but... I'm fighting the odds. Ow! Fucking trees! No! Well, that's unfortunate. I'll have to make do without it. So... it's time to get stealthy. I like how his helmet has to say the name of the game on it, too. I'm surprised Hideo Kojima's name isn't on that mask or anywhere else on that suit. That just would have made too much sense. There. Finally, I can take this mask off. My beautiful face. Yep. I mean, yeah, I know, that's Snake. I wonder what would happen if I hit I Like Metal Gear Solid 2. Maybe we're not at that point yet where something happens. Another one of those things where, like, they take your name and they're like, hey, look at you! You were right the whole time! I don't think they do that. They might. I don't know.
Do you copy? You're already in enemy territory, and somebody might be listening in.
So
From
what?
here on out, we'll be using code names to refer to each other.
Yep.
Your code name for this mission will be Naked Snake.
Ah,
I'll be
right.
referring to you as Snake from now on.
Of course.
Not to mention your real name.
Snake?
What, you don't like snakes?
What do you mean?
You've eaten one before, haven't you?
In survival training.
Huh.
I'm glad to hear that.
So I'm gonna have to
I
eat
don't know if I'd
snakes.
ever order one in a restaurant, but...
Be careful, you might not have a choice.
Son of a
What about
bitch.
you, Major? What should I call you?
Hope they're not poisonous.
Let's see. I'll be Tom. Call me Major Tom. This will be a sneaking mission. You must not be seen by the enemy. You must leave no trace of your presence. Is that clear? This kind of infiltration is the Fox unit's speciality. In other words, weapons and equipment are procured on site. That goes for food as well. You're completely naked, just as your name implies.
Great. Now I see why you asked me if I like snakes.
Yep.
I suppose calling me Snake was your idea of a joke, too.
You son of a
No.
bitch.
There's a good reason for that. I'll tell you later when the time is right.
Huh.
Gotcha. Getting back to the subject, how exactly am I supposed to feed myself?
You've been issued a knife and a tranquilizer gun. Use them to hunt for food. You'll also find some medical supplies in your backpack.
About that.
Yeah, about the backpack. I lost it in a tree on the way down.
I see. Well, you'd better go back and get it then. You know where it is?
No problem. I can see it from here. It's stuck on a branch.
To climb a tree, stand in front of a tree that's covered in ivy and press the action button.
Oh, sweet.
I'll
Tree
be
climbing.
monitoring your progress over the radio. We can't risk violating Soviet airspace, but I'll be in the gunship. My frequency is 140.85. I'll give you a call if I need to talk to you. If you need to talk to me, use the send function.
Okay.
Okay, Snake, go get your backpack.
Yeah, sure, I'll do that. All right. Guess it's time to finally get used to the controls of this game again. Okay, so that's how I can do this. All right. Major Tom, yep. All right. So, it's finally time. Okay, now I see the camouflage meter thing over there. I guess the higher the percentage, the harder it is for me to be seen. And as I would expect, crouching would give me the absolute best results. I mean, no duh. That's right. I guess this game's a little more open world then, isn't it? Oh, I can press on the right stick to throw the camera out a little bit. That's actually helpful, all things considered. Is this game a little open world-ish? Well, I'm sure it's actually pretty linear, but... Well, I don't actually know a lot of what to expect. I mean, I know it's not open world like Metal Gear Solid 5 is, but still. Yep, top face button's the action button. I do remember that, thankfully. Let me get my backpack. There we go. And top face button to hang from ledges. Ah, sweet. See, I got my backpack
I
back.
see you've retrieved your backpack, Snake.
Yeah.
To equip a weapon, it's necessary to take it out of your backpack. In
Ah,
the survival viewer, choose Weapon from the backpack.
I see.
Your available weapons will be displayed in a window in the upper left. From that list, choose the weapon you want to equip and press the Enter button. For other equipped items, just do the same thing from Item.
Got it. Use the survival viewer backpack.
Yep, that's right. Survival is fundamental to this mission. After you've been out in the field for a while, your stamina will start to drop. If your stamina gets too low, it'll affect your performance.
Of course.
You won't be able to shoot accurately, for example, and your wounds won't heal as smoothly. Keep an eye on your stamina so you don't run out. To recover lost stamina, you can hunt for local flora and fauna. You can use either your tranquilizer gun or your knife to hunt.
I can hunt down flowers,
My
too?
only weapon is a Mark 22 Hush Puppy tranquilizer gun?
That's right. It's been fitted with its own suppressor. However, the suppressor will deteriorate every time you fire. Once its durability reaches 0, the noise suppression effect will be gone. So don't get too trigger happy with it.
Oh, wow.
The suppressor's durability is shown in the icon. Any weapons and equipment beyond what you're carrying now, you'll have to find as you go.
I have to find my own weapons and equipment? Whose crazy idea was this anyway?
Hideo Kojima.
Solo
Blame
covert
him.
actions are standard Fox operating procedure. You can't leave any traces of your presence. No weapons, equipment, footprints, sweat, or bodily waste. The same goes for bullets and cartridges, too. Your presence in enemy territory is already a violation of international conventions of warfare.
I figured.
There aren't supposed to be any American soldiers in Russia. It could spark an international incident. You
Yep.
can't let anyone see you. You can't let the enemy know you're there. This is a stealth mission.
Oh,
You're
boy.
a ghost, Snake, in every sense of the word. And there'll be no rescue if you're captured. The military and U.S. government will deny any involvement in the affair.
Well, that figures.
Then I'll just have to take care of myself, huh?
Yeah.
I'm afraid so. You've been given a fake death pill for that purpose.
Huh.
SIS guidelines stipulate that soldiers on covert ops like this one be issued a potassium cyanide capsule.
Cool.
Tape it to your body so you can take it when you need to.
How generous of you.
I guess I'll have to remember
Use
that
it
for
if
something.
you're taken prisoner by the enemy. It'll send you into a state of false death for a short time.
Huh.
Fooling them into thinking that I'm really dead. So, how do I come back to life?
Just take the revival pill.
You mean that thing they put in my tooth before the mission?
Ah.
That's the one. But be careful. If you remain in a state of false death for too long, nothing will be able to bring you back. Remember that.
I'll keep it in mind. You said this was a solo mission, right?
Yikes.
I guess that means I can't count on any reinforcements.
Correct. The mission rests entirely in your hands.
Typical Metal Gear
Real
Solid fare.
one-man army.
Relax. There's a support team ready to back you up over the radio.
Cool.
Who?
I'll introduce them to you. This time, survival is of utmost importance. The first member of the support team will be in charge of monitoring your physical condition, acting as a medic, so to speak.
That's
as well as
good.
recording your mission data. She's a member of Fox as well, and she's here on the gunship with me.
She.
Hello, Snake. I'm paramedic. Nice to meet you.
Is that your name?
Medic.
As in a medic who comes in by parachute.
Oh, code name. Okay.
Aren't you going to tell me your real name?
Are you going to tell me yours, Mr. Snake?
My name, huh? It's John Doe.
There you
And
go.
they call you Jack for short. You're a regular Captain Nemo.
A name means nothing on the battlefield. After a week, No one has a name.
Fair point.
What's your name?
Jane Doe.
Huh.
Very funny.
I wasn't joking, but I'll tell you my name only if you manage to make it back alive.
Ooh.
My frequency is 145.73.
She's also in charge of recording your mission data.
Yeah, I'm
Whenever
aware.
you want to save, send a message over the reserved save frequency, 140.96.
Yep.
So saving lets me record my mission data.
That's right. It also records the state of your health.
Good to
Yep.
know.
There's one more person I want to introduce you to, Snake.
Huh?
Speaking of snakes, you remember the boss, don't you? A
Mm.
legendary soldier and your mentor.
Yup.
Actually, it was the boss that got the DCI's authorization in the first place.
Huh.
She's going to be serving as Fox's mission advisor.
Oh, God.
Boss is?
She also helped me plan this mission. She and I were at SAS together.
Oh, God.
Jack, is that you? How many years has it been?
Boss?
That's right. It's me.
Hmm.
Talk to me. Let me hear your voice.
It's been 5 years, 72 days, and 18 hours.
You've lost weight.
You
Oh,
can tell
shit.
just by the sound of my voice.
Of course I can. I know all about you.
Jeez.
Really? Well, I don't know anything about you.
What's that supposed to mean?
Why'd you disappear on me all of a sudden?
I was on a top secret mission. You didn't need me anymore.
But there were still so many things I wanted you to teach
I'm
me.
such a noob.
No, I taught you everything you needed to know about fighting techniques. I taught you all I could. The rest you needed to learn on your own.
Techniques, sure. But what about how to think like a soldier?
How to think like a soldier? I can't teach you that. A soldier needs to be strong in spirit, body, and technique. And the only thing you can learn from someone else is technique. In fact, technique doesn't even matter. What's most important is spirit. Spirit and body are like two sides of a single coin. They're the same thing. I can't teach you how to think. You'll just have to figure it out for yourself. Listen
Yeah,
to
thanks.
me, Jack. Just because soldiers are on the same side right now doesn't mean they always will be. Having personal feelings about your comrades is one of the worst sins you can commit. Politics determine who you face on the battlefield. And politics are a living thing. They change along with the times.
Expect betrayal. Got
Yesterday's
it.
good might be tomorrow's evil.
Yep.
Is that why you abandoned me?
No, it had nothing to do with you. I already told you, Jack. I was on a top secret mission. A soldier has to follow whatever orders he's given. It's not his place to question why. But you're looking for a reason to fight. You're a natural-born fighter, but you're not quite a soldier. A soldier is a political tool, nothing more.
Yep. Ain't
That's
that the
doubly
truth?
true if he's a career soldier.
Mm-hmm.
Right and wrong have no place in his mission.
They're all yes
He has
men.
no
Or
enemies
have to be.
and no friends. Only the mission.
Mm-hmm.
You follow the orders you're given. That's what being a soldier is.
I do whatever I have to get the job done. I don't think about politics.
Good way to go.
It's not the same thing. Sooner or later, your conscience is going to bother you. In the end, you have to choose whether you're going to live as a soldier or just another man with a gun. There's a saying in the Orient, loyalty to the end. Do you know what it means?
Patriotic.
It means devoting yourself to your country.
Yeah, so
I follow
basically.
the president and the top brass. I'm ready to die for them if necessary.
There you
The
go.
president and the top brass won't be there forever. Once their terms are up, others will take
You
their
gotta
place.
protect the ones that come
I
after them.
follow the will of the leader, no matter who's in charge.
Exactly.
People aren't the ones who dictate the missions.
Then who does?
The times. People's values change over time, and so do the leaders of a country.
Damn patriots.
So there's no such thing as an enemy in absolute terms. The enemies we fight are only enemies in relative terms, constantly changing with the times. As long as we have loyalty to the end, there's no point in believing in anything, even in those we love.
And that's the way a soldier's supposed to think?
The only thing we can believe in with absolute certainty is the mission, Jack.
All right, but do me a favor.
What is it?
Call me Snake.
Snake. Oh, right. Your code name is Snake. It suits you well.
That's right. The legendary unit that the boss put together during World War II was a snake.
Huh.
Cobra unit. A group of heroes that brought the war to an end and saved the world. As long as you've got a legendary hero backing you up, you'll be fine. Isn't that right, Snake?
I hope.
Yeah. I can't think of anyone else I'd rather have with me. Oh, and one more thing, boss.
Yes?
It's good to hear your voice again.
Same here. After all, who knows if either of us will make it out alive. Snake, you are always best at urban warfare and infiltrating buildings. But this is the jungle. Survival is going to be key. Those CQC techniques I taught you are sure to come in handy.
CQC? Close quarters combat, huh? I've been in the Green Berets for the past few years. I'm probably pretty rusty.
Not to worry. I'll be here to help you remember.
Am I going through the tutorial
After
right
all,
now?
This is your first actual survival mission. I'll be supporting you over the radio.
Sweet.
Where are you, boss? Next to the Major?
The boss is communicating with us by radio from aboard a Permit-class submarine in the Arctic Ocean.
Huh.
My frequency is 141.80. Call me if you need my advice on battle techniques.
I'll keep that in mind.
Your mission is to retrieve Dr. Sokolov. Dr. Sokolov is being held in an abandoned factory located to the north of your current position.
Okay.
Avoid heavy combat and don't let anyone see you. Don't forget that this is a stealth mission.
Yep, don't get caught by anybody. I got it. Jeez. They're really setting me up.
Try to remember
I trust these people are going to double-cross me. Right. So I guess we are going through the tutorial then. God damn it.
Commencing virtuous mission now.
Or we're just going to go. All right. Well, I didn't really have much to say because that took a very long frickin' time. Well, at least I have all these other people to talk to. Let me save.
Snake?
Yes, I definitely am. All right, well, welcome to Metal Gear Solid 3, I guess. Getting the big lowdown on how survival is going to be a big deal. Oh, boy. I have a feeling this is going to be a rough experience for me, but whatever. I'm ready, I guess. So, come back next time. I guess we're really going to get started on our mission, so we can actually move it.
Snake, you ever heard of Godzilla, King of Monsters?
Oh, God, the movie
No,
sucked.
What is it?
It's a movie. You haven't seen it?
Nope.
It's about this monster called Godzilla, who grows to an enormous size in a nuclear test and goes on a rampage in Tokyo.
Nuclear test, huh? Then the Marshall Islands must be crawling with giant monsters right about now.
It's just make-believe.
Yeah.
Maybe that's why my pants have been so tight lately.
Snake, it's a movie, not a report out of Los Alamos.
I know. So then what happened?
Godzilla is immune to all weapons, and humanity has no way to stop the monster. Dr. Shirazawa develops a new type of weapon, but meanwhile, Godzilla is getting closer and closer to Tokyo, obliterating everything in its path. It was originally a Japanese movie, but they made an American version, too.
Yep.
I recommend seeing the original Japanese one if you ever get the chance.
I imagine it's better.
It's mostly mindless fun, but it's also got a serious anti-nuke message as well.
Of course it
Where can I
does.
see the original?
You'll just have to go to Japan.
Really? That's too bad.
Damn, I'll just torn
If you
it
wait
whenever
4
that
years,
comes
you
up.
might be able to see it in America, too.
Why's that?
2004 will be Godzilla's 50th birthday.
Huh. What a
You think they're
coincidence.
still going to be making Godzilla movies then?
Of course. Everybody loves Godzilla.
You sure know a lot about movies.
I don't suppose you're the movie-watching type, are you?
Not really.
Okay, then I'll tell you everything I know. When the going gets tough, movies can save your life. It's always good to be able to look at things from a different perspective when you get in a jam. That's the magic of movies.
No kidding. Well, I guess it might at least make
Explains
nice
a lot about
distraction.
Kojima's freaking
That's the spirit,
game design
Snake.
philosophy.
Have a little fun.
Hideo Kojima and your love for movies. That explains a lot of things. Alright, well anyway, come back next time, and I guess we're actually going to get started on our survival mission. Hopefully we can find the Russian scientist and not die. Always the best thing to hope for. A lack of death. But well, I'm really going to be testing this playthrough, and I'm going to stick through it. Because I don't want to disappoint people, but, well, prepare for disappointment anyway. That's my MO. Prepare for disappointment, whether you think it's coming or not. Because, well, At least my expectations are low.